Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a full face tutorial on how to apply makeup that helps oily skin stay matte for long hours. So if you have oil prone skin like myself, then keep watching. I'm starting with my eyeshadow first, so I'm applying the tape for a very sharp look, as I always want. I'm using the LA Girl Concealer in the shade Toffee as a base and setting it with classic makeup loose powder. Now I'm taking this brown from the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place and putting that in my crease. Then I'm using this light orange as a transition color. I do not want the crease and transition colors to be too pigmented today. So I'm really going in lightly and not bothering to build it up. I'm going into the crease again with a darker brown to get that intensity that I always try to have in my looks. Now it's time to cut the crease, and I will just leave you to observe that. Once I'm done cutting the crease, I'm going to set it with some loose powder and then apply the lid color. Today for the lid color, I am going to take this shade called Ahusi from the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. Now I'm going to use the darkest brown that I used in my crease for my outer V and blend it in smoothly for a better transition. Now at this stage I'm just going to apply eyeliner and then next mascara. Then I can finally move on to the foundation, which is the main highlight of this tutorial. Now the first thing to consider in makeup application for oily skin is to ensure that you have foundation which is oil free. Today I'll be using the Revlon Colorstay in the shade Capuccino, which is one of the best oil-free foundations that you can ever find because it really dries matte. And then another great matte foundation which is really good for oily skin is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. Now using a stippling brush, I'm going to apply it all over my face and neck. The next step is to follow this foundation with my black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Powder to prevent oil from seeping through the foundation easily. So with a beauty blender, I'm going to take a little bit of the powder and then press it into my face to allow my skin to absorb it properly. Now I'll be setting all of that with a pressed powder from Flawless Ivy, and I'll be using a powder brush because I want lighter application since I have already used the loose powder. So with a brush I'm just going to press it into my face rather than using a sweeping motion, and it actually helps to soak up any oil that is even beginning to show whilst you're doing your makeup. So these are the main basic steps for oily skin friendly makeup application. Incorporating these stages of powder application really helps to reduce the amount of oil that is going to show through your makeup during the day. Now to highlight, I'm using the Sacha Buttercup powder in all the areas that I want to stand out. I'm contouring with a classic loose powder in the shade dark and going underneath it with a Sacha Buttercup powder to make it more prominent. At this stage, I'm just going to take my time to blend everything out and ensure that everything looks smooth and perfect. Finally, with my Colorbox powder brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the MAC Select Sheer Press powder and use it as a finishing powder by going over everything that I've done with it. Now, using this small Nicka Duo brush, I'm blending out my nose contouring to ensure that the harsh lines that we're showing are minimized. For blush, I'll be using one of my favorites, which is the Nicka K Duo Blush. Now I'm on one of the stages which is my absolute favorite, highlighting. I just love sweeping the brush across my face and seeing the shine of the glitter, which just makes my face glow. I'll be using the Colorbox Cosmetics Quad palette. The shades are not named, so I can't really tell you exactly which one I used, but I used one of them from that palette. Finally, for my lips today, I'm using the Sleek Matte Me in this sultry shade of red. I love it for its rich pigment and how long it lasts. Also, it doesn't over dry the lips, so it works really well for me. Well guys, this is the finished look. Believe me, my skin gets really oily, and being in the tropical region doesn't even help either. It gets really hot and you easily break out into a sweat. However, when I use this technique, I realize that I'm able to go almost throughout the day without having to blot, without having to freshen up, or even use a handkerchief to pat my face. So it's a technique that really helps me out a lot. So like I said, give it a shot and let me know how it goes. I hope you find this video useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and do hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. I'll be seeing you soon with a new one. Ciao!